All right, welcome to Creator Hardware, and today we're talking about, well, file organizations. I know, fascinating stuff. Organizing your footage on your computer. Now that you might use an external hard drive, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but first let's talk about, well, putting the media on your PC. You're going to want a high-speed card reader. Don't go the cheap, slow ones because it takes forever and it times time. So first thing you're going to do is put it in, transfer it over to your PC. 2 files that I need to transfer. These files you don't need. I'm recording on an A6600. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those into Creator Hardware Raw. And it's going to transfer. And as you can see, 80 to 90 to 100 megabits per second transfer speed. So it's not going to take that long. They're not big files because, well, it's the intro to this video and an intro to another video that I'm filming. All right, let's talk storage. So my local disk is, where my operating system is, and I also keep other files there, games, etc., OBS. I have a 4 terabyte hard drive in there as well, but all I use that for is archive footage. I also have a 1 terabyte NVMe scratch drive. Now, if you're building a tower PC, that's a great way to do scratch drive. You can also do a SATA SSD. They're cheaper. You don't need the speed, but I wanted SSDs, so I went SSDs. But that's the thing. You want to have a scratch drive. You want to have a drive where all your footage is stored so you don't take up, like if you're using a laptop, you want an external hard drive that's fast so you don't have all of your storage taken up on your main drive. As you can see on my main drive, I have 380 gigabytes used. So I have 500 plus available. On my scratch drive, I have 800. All I use it for is to store raw video files, raw audio files, and my assets. Now I have my assets backed up elsewhere in case that drive dies because remember, that one's going to get written to a lot. So if any drive's going to fail, it's probably going to be your scratch drive. We'll talk about backups in a little bit. All right, now you watched me download my footage onto Creator Hardware Raw. This is an important thing. You need to have redundancy in your footage. One of the worst things you can do is have it preset to delete your footage after you download it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep that information on that SD card until you're done editing. Unless you have some reason that you have to clear it, keep it as a backup. You can also do other type storage. You can go ahead and, like I have a NAS, I can go ahead and put it on the NAS so I have a backup there. I don't do that, I just keep it on the SSDs, but it's a way. I definitely do not just delete your footage because trust me, I've deleted a file and lost everything. 3 videos just gone poof because I clicked the wrong file to delete. And before, when I, realized it, after I hit the delete button and go, yes, I want to delete that entire file. It's too big for recycle bin. So it's really important that you have redundancy. Now let's talk file structure. Now, as you can see, I have 4 files set up right here. FRM raw videos, FRM final videos, Creator Hardware Raw, and Creator Hardware Final. Those are on different drives. The raw files are on my scratch drive. The final videos are on my main drive. It's just a personal preference. You can put both on the scratch drive or your external SSD, but I prefer exporting to my main drive just because. But that's what you want to do. You want to have, that scratch drive, all of your footage on it. You want to have everything on that scratch drive to edit. You don't want to take raw files are can be really big, so you definitely do not want them on your main drive if it can be avoided, because trust me, I've edited on a 1 terabyte laptop and it will eat up a terabyte really fast and you'll wind up having to do different things. So let's talk file structure in my files. Now, mine may be a little different than some. I don't do individual folders for projects unless it's a big project. Like if you see right here, I've got the Vigil build. The Vigil build was a multi-part video, so I linked it all into one video. So I had all the assets, all the different videos, all the B-roll, all for different edits in that video. I've got CH 2021 RAW. That is all my RAW files from this month. That's all of my footage from the month I've filmed to date for this month. I do that so when I archive them, if I need to go back, all I got to do is go to YouTube, figure out what video I want to get footage from, the date, and then I know where to find it. But I don't put stuff in there normally during the editing process. Normally my footage is out here. Just makes it easier to grab. Let's say I need this file, I need my bumper, I need music. I'll have it in one place so I can pull it into Premiere Pro and edit it real easy. If you notice, my assets are here. I've got the logos, I've got different audio assets from Storyblocks, not a sponsor, and I've got my files. Now let's talk naming your files. Now I know what these videos are because I just shot them a minute ago. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go rename, and this video is the intro to this video. So I'm gonna intro to, it's also the outro, but Organization. I can't spell. Sorry. Probably wrong, but I'll run with it. Not the final name of the video. It's just a placeholder. Now I know this video right here is for the same video. Normally when I import files on my main channel, I have to listen to the first part of it. I only have one file on that channel because I record everything on my A6400. So I just have to listen to it, figure out which video it was I shot, and it's real simple. It takes like 30 seconds because I do the clap, I do my intro, I listen to 5 seconds of the video. So we'll go ahead and rename this one as well. I use the exact speech. And probably the same as spelling. Trust me, I can't spell. But I have it the exact same because you know what happens when you hit OK? It goes right next to it. So it makes it easy to grab going into your edit. If you have different file names, it kind of can separate it depending on how much you have in this file. So what I do is I name it the same. It's an audio file, video file, so they're always going to be not redundant and you're fine. Now, obviously, you can't do that with multiple audio files with the same name. You have to add, 2, 3, however you want to do it. Now, one of the things I've seen people do is add a number to the front of a month. January's 1, February's 2. That's great, but I don't often look for videos like that. My brain doesn't work like that, so I don't. If I go to my server, here's all my assets for the history of this channel, and it's not separated well. Once I have everything separated by year, it's easy to find. See, if I go to FRM, 2018 file, 2019 file, 2021, 2020, assets in a test file that I was just testing the server back in the day. Yeah, I got one file in there. But that's what I do. And then when you click on it, whoa. Oh, never mind. I don't have any footage from 2018. Here's all my footage in alphabetical order. Imagine that. You know, I can look down a thing and go, oh, well, you know, I'm looking for a date more than anything else. Now, if you notice, oh, I got a wrong file in here, but anyway, I'll fix that later. That's how I organize my footage in my main. Now, this is how I organize the file footage in my main file. I've got the videos I need to shoot, my assets to go with it, everything's ready to go. Now, in my final video, when I export it, and this is something I've changed recently, because I uploaded a raw video because, yeah. When I export it, I add final to the end of the name and export it to final videos. And as you can see, there's just some assets here that I exported to a video or whatever. It's just, I haven't filed them away. Like this is an asset from a video that I did last week. Just a place to put it. I put it in the wrong spot, I'll be honest, but that's how I organize my footage. Now, that one needs to be deleted, but I keep my file folders really very bare bones for exact reason is efficiency. I want to have just my assets I need in the main folder, and then everything for the other videos that I've already done. And then I want to have the rest of my footage for the other videos backed up into archive for the month. And then once the month's over, it's finalized, everything's uploaded, I will transfer that to the NAS and be done with it. If you're using external drives, obviously you're just going to wind up either buying a bunch of external drives or deleting footage. I don't recommend you delete footage. You'd be surprised how often you can reuse footage. But that is how I organize my file footage on my Windows PC. Hit record, hit upload. Thanks for watching. This is Creator Hardware.